And we have a game of Dual Gap on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. It might be Dual Gap Reborn, version 8 versus 8, but it is still the same good old Dual Gap, a map that most of you most likely know what it's made of. Actually, wait, let me go and change one thing first. Here and here. Okay, we are back. So sorry for all the technical problems, but it seems like we can now start enjoying the live replays properly. So, as we have discussed earlier on, we're gonna have the players going up versus M28 AIs. The rogue AIs are gonna be playing in the bottom corners of the map, using Seraphim and Aeon technology. So it's gonna be Audrey and Ohm Oyal going up versus the players from the team Nuggets. And yeah, we can already see some kind of directions happening, where they're discussing where they wanna go, who goes where. And the team Popiska is gonna be playing on the right flank. Let's see what are the factions for our players. René, he is gonna be playing Aeon this time around, and gonna walk straight towards the... Oh, he just stopped, okay. For a moment I just thought that the whole game froze for some reason, but it was just Endranii ACU just suddenly stopping in the middle of nowhere and not doing anything, sorry. I got scared that the game crashed or something, but yeah, we are fine. Anyway, Control K, that is also known as Azot, gonna be playing Seraphim. Popiska, once again, opting for Cybran. And Bully Dozer Noob, going for his favorite faction, that is the UEF. His contemporary opponent is gonna be Nuggets, the team captain of the opposing team, choosing to play White Cybran. Then we're gonna have, in blue color, Mr. Chap playing Aeon. Then Deli going with the Seraphim, and last but not least, for the team Nuggets, it's gonna be Blinchik, who have just suffered a losses of two engineers and also some HP damage to the pigeons, as it seems like one of the M28 AIs went for a very fast bomber. And yep, we can see that both teams are opting for the same idea of pushing the AI very early on. After all, you wanna take control over these mexes here. And after that, you get rid of those two guys here, and you're gonna enjoy an economy. An economy that is gonna boom. Because, well, yeah, there is 16 max positions available per player here to be taken, so no wonder they're gonna go there. Although it seems like the topside team is gonna go and push with more ACUs towards the AI forces. We can see Chap, Deli and Blinchik moving all three ACUs towards them. Meanwhile, the team Popiska is only gonna wanna move two of them. I guess at the expense of, well, getting faster T2, T1 transport drops to the engineers to go and start securing the expansions on the middle of the map. As we can see, that Nuggets is slightly slower, and also his transport have been found out, and now it is gonna get shot down by the interceptors belonging to his opponents. As both Popiska and Bully are making a really fast move towards the air control by starting to build a big amount of interceptors. We're gonna have the first fights happening on the beaches of this dual gap, as Juliet and Ulevash are gonna try to go and push back Control K and Endranii, as it seems like they're gonna be quite successful in this, as the PDs and T1 artillery is gonna be enough to go and destroy all of the buildings, all the land factories that Endranii and Control K just built on this side. So yes, let's see what's happening on the left side. It seems like pushing in with 3 ACUs is gonna be the play that's gonna win the game for the team Nuggets. As we can see, both Deli and Chap doing their best to go
will not stop me.
And kill Audrey. And with Audrey being out of the game, it will mean that the other ACU belonging to M28 Uyal is gonna be that much easier to go and kill. So yes, very nice to go and see that this team is going all in on cleaning out the computer trash. So well, what can I say? Audrey, goodbye. This is for the RAM prices, you bastard. Meanwhile, on the other side, it seems like the M28 is feeling just fine. It is feeling just fine, as all 3 ACUs from the team Popiska are just running away with their tails between their legs. So yep, a very good start to the Team Nuggets. Although, it seems like the Team Popiska is gonna be ahead when it comes to playing the mid lane, as we can see them expanding faster with more land factories available. And let's see how's the left flank still doing. Deli and Chap gonna go and clear out the bottom left corner just fine. Although the T1 PDs available for Mr. Uyal are gonna prove to be quite hard to deal with. After all, there is no gun upgrades available or anything at all. There is also the problem of having no air control over this position, as the M28 is building a big air force. And no, there is no resource modifiers for the AI players in this game. That is because it would be way too hard to deal with them. Let's see what's happening in the middle. It seems like Endranii is going all in on the flare bandwagon, not producing a single Aurora, but instead just using a big little armies of the T1 assault bots to go and deal with the enemy units. As you can see, it's working quite nicely, as the strikers are of no threat to them. But I guess the big question is gonna be how is the bottom AI gonna behave in this game? Because with them not being killed this early on? Oh, I guess that's the idea. They just gonna go and make the fast T2 naval HQ, go and build the Salem destroyers and use them to force back the AI from the beach position, and then make a landfall with more ACUs and gun upgrades to go and deal with the remaining forces. Let's take a look what's happening on the left flank, okay? It seems like Deli and Chap are actually managing to go and stabilize the situation quite well for themselves. It will still take some time to go and deal with the AI here, especially as there is quite a few T1 PDs available. So yes, they will need some more time to deal with the enemy AI here, but they are still doing miles better compared to their opponents on the right side. Ooh, hoch. A T1 bomber from M28 is gonna go and start bombing the ever-living shit out of this TO2 factory. Meaning that, oh no, never mind, here comes the interceptors to go and kill it, so yeah. It seems like all the build power is still gonna be available for Popiska and his teammates. As the mid lane, it seems like building all of those flares is not gonna work out for Endranii, who is taking massive losses versus the enemy units, as the T1 strikers are proving to be much more resilient in bigger numbers. They might be slower, and oh no, Control K about to lose a big drop of units. Not only the transport, but also 8 engineers inside it. All of them shot down from the sky. Let's see what's the deal here on the left flank. Chap is still, well, just reclaiming stuff. They're doing the same. And oh boy, a T2PD just have been built by the M28. As Uyal is really making everything he can do to make sure that the ACUs belonging to the players are gonna get pushed back from its base. I guess going for the Salems is the better idea, just like Team Popiska is doing. Yep. The Salem is halfway done, and if it's done, I don't think there's gonna be anything that the bottom AIs are gonna be able to do. Like Juliet and Ulevash will not do anything about that. Yep, they have no T2 artillery emplacements and no navy to speak of, so yes, that Salem destroyer from Mr. Control K really gonna be quite big for taking care of them. And yeah, sorry for all the pop-ups, but yeah, I had no time to properly set up the Python client or anything. So, my bad, everyone. Okay, the T2PD is still dealing massive damage to Chap and others. Oh, that's kinda sneaky. They are just repairing the factory, which is quite cheap, while grabbing all the remaining mass, while the PDs, instead of killing the engineers, are trying to kill the factory, so yeah. Quite funny play, Mr. Chap. My hat's off to you. But yeah, it seems like Blinchik is now coming in here with the gun upgrade on his own ACU to make a push from the right flank and finally clear out the bastardly AI. So we will see how it's gonna work out or not. As right now, the Utaushal T2-point defenses are shooting at the left flank, so Blinchik might be just able to go and score a few free kills on the right side. So honestly, I just wanna see this artillery go in here and don't stop. Just use the Blinchik's ACU as a shield for them and basically go in and kill the economy or maybe even the T2-point defense with the artillery while the ACUs are just, well, tanking the damage. Still, compared to the right flank, it seems like they are doing much better as Team Popiska is still struggling with the AI forces. And AI, which is also already started building the T2 destroyers on its own. So we will see how it is gonna work out. Mid lane is also another story. A story in which nobody is for now willing to make a big push or anything, as both Nuggets and Blinchik are actually managed to go and stabilize this position. And only now is Mr. Bulldozer Noob building the gun upgrade on its own ACU to maybe make something happen. We have a late engineer drop from... Nope, that's not an engineer, that's a pillar tank. Although it seems like a fast T1 PD is gonna get built, and it's gonna finish most likely on time to go and save the day. As the pillar is gonna go and kill one of the engineers. And now, yep, T1 PD is done. And it is gonna go and save the day for the two mexes on the left side of this position. But unfortunately, the two to the right are gonna go and die. Is the Mr. OY still in the game? Yes, he is. But it seems like a fast to land factory from Delhi is gonna bring in the mobile missile launchers, so-called Itisach, to go and kill the T2PDs belonging to Uyal. Meaning that right now there is nothing to go and stop Team Nuggets from clearing out this base. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, in the east, we can see that the story is shaping up in quite similar manner. But the problem is that it will take at least another 3 to maybe even 5 minutes to properly clear out all of the trash after these two guys are gonna die. So yep, it seems like the tempo advantage is firmly in the hands of the Team Nuggets, but here is the problem. Here is the Strat Bombers. All T2 Mexes are dead. The T2 factories are dying one after another. And let's see if Nuggets can actually go and catch the Strat Bomber or not. It seems like the interceptors are unfortunately unaware where the Strat Bomber is. The T2 power generators are gonna be the next target. The bombs are dropped, but the T2 shield is here on time. Beautiful play by Blinchik, saving not only the power generator, but also making sure that these Mexes are gonna stay alive. So what is happening in here? It seems like Delhi and Blinchik are the ones going for Uyal to go and finish him, as the man is just running away. Thankfully, there is a gap in the hills here, so he is gonna still stay alive, as his Ilshavok back behind him are gonna go and try to save his retreat. Well, Team Nuggets looking quite nice in this stage of the game, even though they took quite a lot of damage in the mid lane by the hands of the enemy Strat Bomber. It seems like, well, they are doing just fine. Another nasty drop coming from Bulldozer Noob to go and actually try to take control over this island, and yes, it seems like a control is gonna be wrestled from the hands of the enemy Nugget, to actually go back to the hands of Bulldozer Noob and Team Popiska. Though at the same time, oh, this is some fights happening in here, as we have one engineer building the walls and 3 others reclaiming them. But with the engineer being gone, it seems like this war of walls is gonna go to the hands of the Team Nugget, as the white engineers are now starting to go and reclaim the walls one at a time. So a big victory for Team Nuggets and for free passage between the points on the game. Let's see what's happening in here. Yep, the Salims are trying to make the landfall, but there is a small problem with that. Salems are very weak versus T1 spam. Their guns are just not made to deal with them, and considering just how slow they are, T1 unit spam can be quite good at dealing with them. Okay, but it seems like the sheer amount of them is gonna be enough for them to actually go and grab control over this bottom right. And at the same time, Blinchik is not letting go. He found the Uyal ACU and he is gonna finish him off. Shot after shot, overcharge after overcharge. He is dying slowly but surely as Blinchik won't let him run away. We also have the first C2 Navy joining the fight from Blinchik, as we can see him trying to move the Ushavok destroyer together with the Ituala cruiser closer and closer towards the front line between the enemy players. Although, I have to say, there is a nasty surprise from Azot waiting in here. Because the moment the AI forces, the M28 Juliet and Ulevash are done for, all of these Salems, they are just gonna go back to the water. And suddenly, there's gonna be a big push of destroyers and of T2 fleet from Azot on the doorstep of Blinchik. How is he still alive? Blinchik! Blinchik! Pancake! What are you doing? Like, look, Deli have to go and clean up after you because you left the Uleyash. Let do whatever he wants. Like, come on. Leaving your team players to go and clean up after you? That's not good. But yeah, with the last ACU finally being killed off from the M28 on the left side, all the stuff have exploded him from the Team 4, and as such, Team Nuggets can actually now enjoy free reign over all of the resources on the left side of the map. Meanwhile, Control K, also known as Azot, is still slowly but surely cleaning up the bases belonging to An Ulevash and Juliet. So yep, poor M28 having to go and hide in the corners of the map from the incoming Salems, but it seems like there is nothing they can do about that. And let's look at the mid lane. Okay, it seems like Nuggets is gonna once again take control over the top island, because he heavily invested into T2 Navy in this little pond here, as we can see by the naval HQ here, which is pumping out one Salem after another. Because, well, if you have access to Salems, you should be using them. As not only they can win the naval fights, but soon after that, you can just have them crawl over the land bridges and just work as a, well, mobile artillery for your land army. A big push is happening on the bottom, where Blinchik is just unopposed going for the units belonging to both Bulldozer Noob and Popiska. One mech's dying after another. 3 killed here, another T2 mech's gonna go and die in the next few seconds. As you can even see that Blinchik is pushing in with his own forces here, as the destroyers, the Ushavok Seraphim destroyers, are coming closer and closer towards the base belonging to Control K. Unfortunately for Team Nuggets, they are unaware of just how many Salems are available for the Team Popiska, as for the past 10 minutes, the only thing being built by Control K was Salems. He's not even echoing, not doing anything. He only have a single T3 max here, and that's all the mass he gets. Although, I guess, he is right now getting all of the mass on the bottom part of the map, not leaving a single max to his teammates or anything like that. He is a greedy bastard, but considering he is playing as the naval slot, I can see that working out. For the ships in this game are very, very expensive. Let's see what is happening in here. Oh. It's just a bunch of Zuis and Flak going up versus bunch of Zuis and other units from the AI players. As for some reason, it seems like the remnants of the forces belonging to the Juliet and Ach Ulevash made a big migration through the bottom part of the map to where the Blinchik and others are, which is kind of unfortunate for them. They are trying to run away from a single force on the right side of the map, and well, there is another deadly force waiting for them, just behind this hill crossing. So very unfortunate for our AI players, as they will never find peace in this game, okay? Salem-class destroyers making the landfall in here, although soon enough, seeing how the bully doesn't look is gonna go and keep on pushing towards the top side, they are gonna go and start falling back once again to the pond. A small push of rhinos from Nuggets is gonna get intercepted by bully dozer noob. And yep, they have to keep on running away. But the problem is that, as we can see, Bully is actually starting to field a big army of T3 units, as the first Percivals are hitting the field. And the same cannot be said about the forces belonging to Blinchik and Nuggets, who only now are going for the T3 land factory. Yep, T3 HQ have been finished, and the first bricks are soon enough gonna go and hit the field. We have a bunch of mercies coming out from Mr. Chap to go and kill not only the... Let's see, is 3 mercies enough to go and kill the T2 mass extractors or not? They only have 2000 HP and... kaboom, baby, chef's kiss. Not only did they manage to go and kill the mass extractors, but also they dealt considerable damage to the Percivals being built in the land factories, meaning that all of them are gonna come out on half HP, which is a big, big thing. Well, I mean, I know that's Vindex, but he's called Bully Dozer Noob, so that's how I'm gonna call him, right? Oh! That's one hell of a scream. Oh, my right ear is ringing right now. I guess Juliet just died and she really made it known to everyone that she's dead. But yeah, the Salems finally found the target. And oh no, here's another mistake. It seems like the Salem-class destroyers on the top side are now once again free to go and shoot the units belonging to Vindex or Bully dozer noob for free. Although this is a small miss micro where the rhinos are gonna go up against the enemy Percivals, and as such, they are gonna go and die. Oh, come on, Vindex. Are you really gonna go and say that the difference between this game AI is that they had more PDs on their side? No, it's because you only had 2 ACUs going towards the AI. Meanwhile, Team Nugget not only pushed with 3 ACUs, they did it faster than you. As we have a naval fight happening, and a one which is most likely gonna go to the hands of Blinchik, as unfortunately for the Cybran players, when you are retreating your forces, your Salems are basically unable to go and shoot back, meaning that the Ushavok destroyers are gonna have a feasting day here, as they're gonna feast on the Salems. And yeah, I said that there's an answer surprise of bunch of enemy Control K Salems waiting here. It seems like I was worried for no reason at all.
Strategic launch detected.
There's a nuclear missile. Is it in Popiska? Yes, it is Popiska. No wonder I didn't see anything happen here, because the man was just cosplaying a dual gapper this whole time. He got the echo slot, so he did build the nuke. Let's see what's gonna happen. Do we have SMDs available? No, not a single SMD available for the Team Nuggets, as it seems like the nuclear missile is heading straight for the base belonging to Chap. Well, it seems like they're aiming for the air grid, but they're not aware of the fact that Mr. Delhi is also building his own air grid. So, well, here comes the missile and kaboom, baby! All 8 T3 Maxes and the whole air grid belonging to Chap is gone. Good riddance. But the bigger problem is, there is no one to go and stop this big naval fight happening here, as all the destroyers belonging to Mr. Blinchik are here pushing this. The naval factory is gonna go and fall down. There is a battleship available for Mr. Control K, also known as Azot. But the big problem is, it's only a single Galaxy-class battleship. So yeah, let's see how is it gonna work out. Yep, it seems like Blinchik is not taking the chances, seeing how his opponent have the T3 units available. He is now gonna go and fall back. But first, he is gonna go and try to kill the enemy T3 Maxes. As we can see that the base belonging to Endranii is coming under the laser beams fire from the Ushavok destroyers. I guess the idea is not to kill the enemy units, but to go and deal as much economy damage as possible. The Salems from Nuggets once again making the landing, as they are trying to go and, well, duke it out versus enemy Percivals. But yeah, this is looking quite bad for the team Popiska, as they're having quite a big trouble with a bunch of Salems and other stuff. There is also a drop happening as the Blinchik, no sorry, that's Delhi, gonna keep on dropping T2 units here to make the landfall versus the enemy Salems, as this position is once again gonna be contested not only by the enemy AI, as An Ulevash is still alive and kicking, but also by Delhi, who is hot dropping his own units to go and deal with enemy Salems. And as you can see, Salems are not so tough when it comes to dealing with the land forces, especially when the units are right behind them. And you can see they're having a lot of trouble turning their guns around, being unable to shoot at all. So yes, a very good drop by Delhi. And let's see. Oh boy, that's a lot of mass killed on these bad boys. 8,000, 9,000 mass killed, 5,000, 7,000, 4,000, and we have another nuke launch happening, as Popiska is showing him how the Russians play this game. It's a one nuclear launch after another. Let's see where is this one heading. This time, it is going straight for the base belonging to Blinchik. There is SMD built, but unfortunately it is not loaded, meaning that this base is gonna be no more in a few more seconds. Let's see the Salems. A little bit of mass killed on the Salems belonging to Nuggets, but the bigger problem is, well, that once again a bunch of T3 Maxes is gonna be gone. And there is nothing we can do about it, as a nuclear missile is gonna go and hit the target. 8 T3 Maxes, SMD and a bunch of other economy buildings are gonna get erased once again. So yep, Popiska is truly showing them how it is done. Years of Russians' master plans on the dual gap are really proving to be useful. But the problem is, how are you gonna go and deal with the Navy? And how are you gonna go and deal with the encroaching forces from Nuggets on the top side? So yes, those ICBMs from Popiska might be better saved for actually close quarter support, to go and shut down the pushes from the land side of the game. And yeah, it's actually quite sad to go and see that after all this time, the M28 An Ulevash is still alive and kicking, and making sure to go and be a pain in the ass of Control K, as he is still unable to wrestle the control out from the hands of the AI. Although, it seems like there's gonna be a repush happening. As we can see, Atlantis, together with the Salem class and the Barracuda submarine hunters, are gonna go and push back the naval forces, the whole fleet belonging to Team Nuggets. Another T2 drop by Delhi. Let's see if it's gonna get caught or not. Nope. it won't get caught as Del is fully aware of the enemy units coming towards the middle. So he's gonna go and move the drop around to the other part of the map. And he will sneak them across the bottom towards the units. Okay, never mind. It seems like Popiska is fully aware of the drop happening as they have the Omni Radar available. Nope, okay. Only 2 of them are gonna get sent to go and dispatch the enemy transport as the Vishal are gonna get shot down. There is also the Monkey Lord experimental bot being finished for the Bulldozer noob, and I guess this is gonna be enough to go and to make sure that the Salems and the bricks belonging to Nuggets are gonna be no longer a threat to the main base of Army. A base which is barely standing, as we can see, and once again all the mexes have been cleared out and the man is just trying to slowly rebuild. Let's take a look at the fleet warfare, where it's basically an even fight for now, as finally the battleships from Blinchix have reached the front line, and at the same time it seems like all of the Salems are gonna get deep fried by the lasers belonging to the Monkey Lord of Bulldozer noob. So yep, good luck running away from that spider bot, you slowpokes. It is not gonna happen, and as such all the Salems belonging to Nuggets have been dispatched. Now the question is he gonna still regroup and push back versus this guy or not? Okay. The Monkey Lord is not gonna go and push forward, fully aware of the amount of enemy bricks available for Nuggets. He is instead gonna be used to defend the position from the enemy forces. As most likely, Team Popiska is, well, banking on the fact that he have the nuke ready to go and support him at any time soon. And he is not taking any chances, but here is the problem. After winning the early skirmishes versus Blinchik, it seems like Control K is unable to keep the push going, and he is now the one being pushed back. Atlantis still getting quite a good value for the money here. It might not look like it by the amount of mass killed, but the damage is actually being quite serious versus the enemy forces. As you can see, one destroyer after another falling down. And yeah, let's remember, this is basically 400 DPS per second. I mean, the DPS implies it's per second, but yeah. Still, Azot is having a lot of trouble going up versus Blinchik and Delhi, especially as it seems like he is still unable to go and, well, wrestle the map control over this part here from the enemy AI. Like, he's here, just kill the ACU and enjoy all the maxes, but yeah, with how hard the game is right now for the topside team, I mean for the team Popiska, I can understand them not willing to go and invest the resources to killing the AI. And yeah, the Atlantis is the name of the game, it seems. As we can see, one more joining the fray, as the Galaxy-class battlecruiser is gonna go and fall down after getting killed by the Hatums, the battleships belonging to Blinchik. But the problem is, they are not shooting, not ground firing the Atlantis belonging to Control K. Another missile gonna get launched. Let's see where is it going. It seems it's gonna go for the T3 HQ belonging to Mr. Nugget in here. And with no SMD available, no, never mind. The SMD is here and loaded, meaning that the missile is not gonna connect. Or maybe, who knows? Let's take a look. Because maybe, just maybe, the nuclear warhead can go and actually slicker by to the side of the SMD. Nope, not gonna happen. The missile gets intercepted. And now it seems like the air control is in the hands of the team Popiska, as they are using their T3 gunships, whalers and other stuff to go and basically kill the enemy battleships one after another. Let's see the number of ASF available. 93 versus Chops. Mr. Chop, I want a chop. Okay. Versus 50 and 14. So yes, it seems like there is no way for the left side team to go and actually win the airfight if it happens. We have the T3 submarines actually being used to go and clear out the enemy gunships and the Atlantis. But this isn't gonna go and work out. And yes, Atlantis can be actually used to go and ground fire the... I mean, Atlantis can be ground fired by the battleships quite easily. Considering just how big and chunky it is, it's a fat boy, so yes, like all UEF units, you can quite easily go and deal with it. But let's see what is happening here. What's the game plan? Well, I don't see anything to go and stop the enemy onslaught from the air units. But the air diff is quite brutal. Like, those whalers are now just gonna clean up everything that's here. And even if you start building flak and SAM positions in here, they're not gonna work out. Why? Because there is the battleships, the cruisers from the team Popiska just coming in here to go and finish them off. And the most funny thing is, the team on the right side actually have only half the economy available compared to the team on the left side, so yes. I'm very surprised to go and see this kind of thing happening. But yeah, with the air control available, it seems like Team Nuggets is in quite troublesome position. Oh no! There is a full-on megalith, which might be actually the next target for the whalers belonging to Popiska. Okay, there's a few SAM emplacement built up, but you don't want SAM. You wanna build as much flak as possible. Okay, bouncers being deployed by Nuggets to go and actually try to go and save the day here. But the problem is here. The Atlantis, the Galaxy-class battleships, they are actually trying to go and crash the base belonging to Blinchik, okay? We have the first Summit-class battleships entering the fray. And also some shield boats which are gonna be necessary to go and stay in the game versus all of these Atlantises belonging to Azot. And here comes the whalers. Are they gonna go for the snipe versus the enemy ACUs? As we can see, Delhi and Chap here quite easy targets. Although it seems like there is a bunch of SAMs being built here to the left and right, so yes. Okay, whalers going in. Gonna go for the cruiser and shield boats belonging to Blinchik. Cruiser Italula being deployed. Airfight happening over the sky. As let's see how is it gonna go and end up. Okay, it seems like both players are opting for the stop micro, which is, well, unfortunately not gonna work out. Nope, never mind. It seems like in a last-ditch effort, Chap is gonna go and move all of his ASF to go and shut down the whalers, the T3 gunships, to go and try to save the little battleships and whatever the hell is left from the naval forces of Blinchik. Now, let's see if the Yahoo 2 submarines are gonna resurface or not. Nope, they are not going to use the AAA. But still, the whalers are dying one after another, and all of them have been now shot down. So, let's see if there is enough build power and units available for Blinchik and Co. to go and stop this naval push happening from the Team Popiska. Especially as at the same time there is a big push happening. So yep, let's go and get them up like that, so we can watch if the naval push is gonna work out. Wait, I got kinda lost in the sauce. So yep, it seems like the battleships are still trying to get the Atlantises to go and break the base belonging to Blinchik on the left side, while the megalith and breaks together with a bunch of other units, mostly bouncers, are trying to go and push in versus the bases belonging to... Okay, nuclear missile have been launched, and it is going straight for the forces belonging to Nuggets. Let's see if he can go and try to run away on time from the nuclear warhead or not, as this is basically a scorched earth tactics happening on the right side of the map. The megalith trying to go and run away. Unfortunately, big chunk of the units is gonna go and die. Megalith gonna go and take a big chunk of its HP shaved off, and only 1 HP left around, and the Oblivion turrets belonging to Endranii are gonna go and shut it down. The bricks are still available. The bouncers should be enough to go and kill the enemy units. The coursers and other stuff from killing them So let's see. Okay, this having nothing more but a machination. A beautiful nuke from Team Popiska. And let's see if the battleships on the left side of the map are gonna be able to go and crush the bases belonging to the team Blinchik or not, as they are trying to actually go and ground fire the enemy bombers and the Atlantis. Okay, the air control have been regained, and as such the torpedo bombers for Team Chap are now clearing out the Atlases. And after the Atlantis are dead, it seems like the Galaxy-class battleships are gonna be the next one as the targets. The ASF from Popiska gonna go and try to save the day. But unfortunately, with more and more SAM and flag emplacements being deployed by the Team Blinchik, it seems like the ASF are no longer gonna be capable of dealing with this. And now here comes the Zui spam. There is no frigates, no units available for the Team Popiska. And as such, it seems like the torpedo bombers, together with the T1 Zuis, are gonna be enough to go and kill all... Wait, what was this? What exploded here? Oh, it seems like... Wait, what? Wait, was it Azot here? What? Oh, I guess he was using the region aura to go and actually keep the battleships alive and everything. But with him being sniped by the torpedo bombers, this is now basically a lost push now, as those guys, those Galaxy-class battleships, are no longer a threat, as Team Blinchik can now enjoy their easy time here. Now, we have another megalith pushing in with a big army of robots across the field here, as there is a single Fatboy and Monkey Lord to go and intercept them. Do we have... Oh boy, that's a lot of Gatling guns available. Americans would be proud. USA, fuck yeah! As we can see, this big firebase is most likely gonna be enough to go and stop the enemy crabbot from actually making it through this position. And yes, the megalith is gonna go and fall down. But there is still a big bunch of bricks available for Mr. Nugget. But the problem is, look at these Gatling guns. And no, most likely no. I didn't catch any of the big deaths today. But that's what's gonna happen when we have games as chaotic as this. The bricks are still trying to go and break these positions. But hey, it seems like it's not enough bricks to go and crash through these positions, as the Ravagers and everything else are gonna go and stop this push from happening. But the bigger problem now is, while the push from Nugget is gonna go and get stopped, is how are you gonna go and deal with this bunch of angry Zuis? Zuis, Jensens, Riptimes and other stuff just pushing in from the left flank, as the another nuclear missile is gonna get launched, this time from a sneaky submarine, the Plan B from Nugget. Gonna go for what exactly? It's going straight for the base belonging to Mr. Popiska. Do they have SMD available? Yes, there is SMD available, but it's not gonna go and catch the nuke, as we gonna have the nuke actually go and connect with the base belonging to Popiska. Kaboom, baby! Kaboom! The whole air grid is gone. Although, it seems like the nuke launcher is still available and online, but there is a bigger problem. There is a T3 artillery built by the opposing team. As we can see, where is it? Here it is. As Delhi actually managed to go and build the Hovatam artillery, which is once again gonna prove to be the game-winning piece. As the missile launcher, the SML belonging to Popiska, is gone now, just as his whole base is in tatters. Now, how do you play this out, Popiska? You have no economy available, and yes, Team Vindex is gonna go and recall from the game. GG, well played to Team Nuggets for actually scoring the point. So yeah, that was the game 2 between those two guys. And now we can look for the game 3 between those players.